Phương, and today, for the National English Speaking Contest on the topic of our community, we decided to talk about rape jokes.
In 2012, in the show The Graphic series Los Angeles, a US comedian Daniel Tosh ignited a controversy when he constantly talked about rape jokes in a ridiculous way. At that time, a female audience who has been victims of sexual harassment stood up and said, "No, these rape jokes are not funny." Daniel Tosh was frozen for a second, but not only he continued his embarrassing jokes, but he also hurt the conflict with his playful attitudes.
The story of 2012 can still be found in the modern 2020. In the US, every 2 minutes, there's a person who has been sexually abused. According to data from the General Department of Police, in the period from 2011 to 2015, Vietnam detected nearly 8,200 cases of child sexual abuse. What if a 13-year-old girl who had been a victim of sexual abuse and rape had to listen to such horrible words? Back to the example of Daniel Tosh above, we can notice that this man thought sexual abuse jokes was not a big deal. Why? Because he considered it a funny thing, and too many people do it. To prepare for this topic, we have conducted a survey and found that nearly 68% of young people have jokes about rape, and 78% of them have witnessed the same conversation, and this is called the extended flow of rape jokes.
According to the surveys of Thomas Effort, no counter assume that rape jokes is normal and it can be accepted. People nowadays enjoy leaving entertaining comments, advocating female sexual abuse, and spreading sensitive image of women on social network. All of this can be defended by saying, "Oh come on, it's just a word." This phenomenon is everywhere in the world. It starts in private conversations. We laugh it off because we think it didn't harm anyone. But if this situation keeps going on, it will let mankind into a pathetic society. We will uncontrollably use sensitive words about physical persecution and slowly take it for pleasures. The most terrible issue of rape humor is that it can be widely accepted. Besides social networks and casual conversation, gags about sexual assault now also appear in comedy shows, movies, as well as many other media. Jokes about rape and sexual abuse sometimes lead to serious consequences. According to HuffPost, about 33% of victims of sexual abuse have thought to commit suicide, and 13% of victims had the action of self-murder. Some people believe that rape is unacceptable, but it is normal to joke about rape. First, they only care about the interests of those who listen to the joke without paying any attention to the feelings of victims. There's no fun in the joke. Second, when they consider rape joke to be normal, who make sure they don't have sad thoughts in their heads. There have been too many cases when the sexual abuse took place, the taker only let out a brief sentence, "I'm just kidding." At that time, we understand that the gags are not simple and harmless as people are thinking, but eating your jokes on the bodies and tender hands rather. When someone is laughing about the jokes, there are also some crying and panicking for becoming the latest victim of sex offender. The survey that we had conducted recorded that more than 78% of youngsters don't pay attention to this new problem. But luckily, after they are being aware of its stigma and its consequences, nearly 75% of them consider it serious and it needs to be eliminated. Take a deeper look into the problem. Rape jokes do not only insult women, but also offend humans. Trying to eradicate prejudices against the LGBT community, racial discrimination, as well as
the gap between the rich and the poor.
In general, all we want to achieve is respect.
Respect!
Yay!